got one item we need to address because Mr. Park's got an emergency situation, so got a note from Scott that we need to read here. Grounds for remote participation, just cause when childcare, caregiving, contagious illness, physical or mental disability, or official business of travel may be used up to 2 times per year per member, and the member must notify the body at its earliest opportunity. And Gene, I hope you get well soon so I can pick on you more later.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Ask which one this was.
Item B is changes to the agenda. Do we have any changes from what was presented, which is pages 1 and 2?
Nope.
No. In a motion to accept, Gene?
Yes.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Tim. All right. Item C is approval of minutes, pages 3 through 5, the June 25th meeting. We have any changes that need to be made? We okay to?
Look good.
Okay. Motion as such, sir?
Yep.
Thank you. Item D is public comment. If we have anyone from the public who wishes to be heard on matters not before us this time. Seeing none, we'll move on. Item E, financial statements. John?
Okay.
6 through 16.
Last month, you didn't want to go through every number. I don't know how you want to do this, but
Sure call. You want to hit high point? You want to hit low point? What do you want to do?
yeah, we can do that. Well, our volumes were low. Our inpatient volumes were below budget and below last month. However, in a good sign, this month they're going crazy. They're very high this month. They're all over budget. Everything's over budget so far this month. Good. For July, I'm talking.
Understand.
Yeah. I see our acute discharges were under budget by 6. Our days are under is total by 60 days. Also, our case mix index is down, so that really reflects on in the revenue part of it, because the volumes are down and the acuity is down, so our revenues. And if you look, we'll get to the income statement there, but you'll see that the inpatient and swinging it. We had 0 swing beds this month too, but fortunately, this July we had 40, I believe. Let's pick it up.
So you leave town, it picks.
I guess I have to leave more often.
There.
Good thing is our outpatient revenue was up. Our ERs were pretty good, a little bit over budget, and our outpatient visits are over budget, which is where a lot of our revenue comes from. So that revenue is all over budget. Our pharmacy scripts, 6,600. So they're basically double budget. And this month they are messing with 8,000. Probably go over 8,000.
We're over 8,000 already. We're looking like maybe about 8,500.
8,500.
Yeah.
Just
Based on this morning.
good. Good. And we're putting in the new cash register today. I think, did that happen already?
Waiting to hear. Bob got the counter done.
The counter was done this morning, I saw.
We'll move it down.
Okay, good. So that will help with the putting people through and waiting on people. But I mean, they're getting nothing but compliments right now, the way they're out in the community. So that's a good thing. You know, we've got a couple that are naysayers, but most of the people, I think they said 98% of the people are having a good experience. That they're doing a real good job. That's about it on the stats. If you want to look at, got the FTEs are a little bit over budget. Our overtime was not in line with what it's been, but it's still a little bit too high. We are looking at that very closely, try to get the OT down a little bit. Like I said, the case mix index is under budget and down from last month. Last month it was 1 point. Yeah, last month was very high, 1.36 for Medicare and 1.07 now. Any questions on the statistics?
Gene, any questions, sir?
Could you start when you first began? Could you start it over?
Sure.
Anything for you, Gene.
What do you want to do now?
No questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Gene. Okay, let's go to page 10, the balance sheet. Our cash is down by about 354,000. About half of that is due to the fact that we repaid our dish, which we always have to, and then we repaid a little bit another fund that we had to pay a little bit into. But the dish we opt out of it usually, but this time they gave it to us anyway, and now we have to pay it back.
You'll also see on line 3, it's a $2 million drop, and that is because we transferred over $2 million to UBS on 6/3.
Try to get some better interest on that. Yeah, we got our IGT money, and that's why we transferred some of that. Our AR is down again. We are down to 68 days. We were shooting for 60. We didn't make it, but I'm pretty happy with the 68 since we started.
100.
Yeah, we were at 100, and I think 119 was our highest when I started, I believe, right? Sherry, good job by Sherry and Debbie and the whole crew. Really, it's been a team effort, but got it down.
How are we doing with our duplicate billing situation?
Duplicate billing, we're taking that down a little bit. You're talking credit balances? Yeah, we're taking that down a little bit, but I didn't want to do it all at once, so we're down about 150 this month, and we'll go a little more. And by the end of the year, by the end of the calendar year, it'll be down to 0. And they're not going up anymore because they're really looking at how they're doing things now. So I think that issue is resolved. It's just we need to fix it.
Yep.
But okay, then what else here? We have not brought in the the emergency generator is still in the CIP because it's not quite done yet. So once we bring that in, you're going to see our appreciation shoot up. That hasn't happened yet. It's probably going to happen it hasn't happened in July. It'll probably be August. We've still got to have.
I think there's about 160,000 that Bob sent over that we still have.
Still need to pay.
Yeah, Bob had indicated yesterday during the meeting that there was one piece left to finish up.
Once we finish that, we'll bring it over and then we'll start to appreciate it.
Okay.
Do you have anything to add on assets?
Just in prepaid, we added one invoice. You're going to start seeing in June, we brought in our annual, Our annual auto for beta. And in July, you're going to start seeing we have to bring in about 400,000 more in insurances, and that's going to start hitting the prepaid. Auxiliary cash, the revenue for the month of June was 14,214 with expenses of 14,030, which only leaves a slight variance of 185, and that's in line 15. Investment in life. Line 16, I brought in the interest for the year. That's why that one increased by 12,761. Our debit payment fund, line 17, is a 101,282. That is our $100,000 payment that we make and our interest. On 7/25, we made our every 6 month payment, our current portion for the bonds. And sorry, skipped over. Of the 578,000, 126,000 was interest and 452,000 was principal. Equipment, there's 2 new invoices. It's part of the GE healthcare. On line 26, we added for construction in progress, we added 5 invoices totaling 40,465. That was part of Greenbow, Action Glass, ATS. And I think that's about it for that page.
Yes. And speaking of the auxiliary, Gene, we're talking about the credit card, bringing the credit card machine over. Got 25 employees and only 2 are for it. So we're trying to figure out what the problem is, why I don't know if it's training or what, but we're looking into that. But they are somewhat older individuals and they don't want to use the credit card for some reason. I don't know why.
I think it's a lot of training and they're volunteers and they don't want to take the time to try to learn it.
But
It's just going to be a big curve for them.
New machines are so much easier than the old, so
Yeah.
by far. So
we're going to bring it in and deal with it.
Yeah.
Train them.
Yeah, we should find a way to train them. It should be simple. Even I can operate one of those things. Amy, on the auxiliary, we took in 14, we paid out 14. Was that donations to the hospital?
Yes, it was for the ventilators. I think there was about
Okay,
either 11 or 13,000 for ventilators. So
okay, good, thank you.
Okay.
But on that credit card machine, John, we need to find a way to introduce them to it. I don't care how old you get. It's just a process that's pretty damn simple.
I agree. We were trying to get a hold of, we called, what's her name?
we called Debbie
Yeah.
from one of the day leaders, and she was talking about how the 25 versus the 2 that want it, and We just don't want to lose any volunteers introducing a new system to it, so maybe we'll have to do step-by-step
I
instruction.
think it's more fear, Gene, than capability of training you.
I think so too.
It's just fear.
Once they find out how simple it is.
Right, we'll go overcome it. We'll figure out a way to get done. The next meeting, hopefully we'll have it done.
Maybe we should give them a bonus for every transaction. Let them work an extra hour of volunteer time for every
Double their
transaction.
salary. I'm gonna spend more money today anyway.
Okay, we've got, on page 11, the liabilities, AP is up about 132,000, mostly just tiny.
It is kind
This depends when Friday comes, what day Friday ends up on the end of the month. And then accrued payroll, we had a couple extra days of accrued payroll over from compared to prior month. Accrued benefits, same thing. And then other accrued expenses, Amy talked about that, a couple invoices in there. And like I said, the patient refunds payable are down 76,000. And we'll see it go down about 100,000 every month, probably, maybe a little bit more, depending on how big they are.
Line 13, we paid our current portion for our CEC loan to the state of California, which is every 6 months. So you'll see that in line 13, and that's also going to be in line 15 through 17.
Any questions on the liabilities?
Gene, any
Not
questions?
her. Nope, nope.
Okay,
Let's go to the income statement for the month, page 12. Okay, I was talking with inpatient revenue, you can see is down by about almost 30%. And that's the fact that we had zero swing beds and our acutes were down. But then on the positive side, well, still the clinic revenue was down too, but the clinic this month, we are right at budget. So we should see the revenues go up a little bit. Outpatient revenue was up because outpatient visits were up and ER visits were up. So we're up by about 15%. Long-term care revenue, our census is at 52 for the month, 52.4, I believe, for the month, on a budget of 48. And that's going up from last month too. Yeah, it's going up from last month. Last month was 50.7. We're at 52.4 for June. And July is 54 almost, a little bit below 54. But we've lost a couple of patients in the last few days, but we were at 55. I think we even up to 56. We make it to
I don't know if we got to 56, 55, I know.
55, yeah.
And I don't know if some of those may have swung over here to the acute side for a couple of days or not, so.
One was in the ER yesterday, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'll come back. But I think Sally said she's got 4 that she's looking at right now.
So if they're still on a bed hold, they're counted in the census though, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get,
He should go back. He should go back.
we're still shooting for 60. That's what we're shooting for.
you know, once you hit 60, we're gonna want 7.
I know.
Well, when the AR days get to 60 and the patient days, the resident days get to 60, that'll be a good day.
We'll be happy then, yeah.
Yeah, happy day.
Yeah, our retail pharmacy revenue is up. As you see, it's 159% over, more than double what our budget. We changed the budget this year though, so that won't be the same, but it's still gonna be over budget because we didn't budget for 8,000. I mean, there's no way but I think that's maybe our peak because once this new pharmacy opens in the few days, I think, 2 days. So we'll see. Maybe they don't take any. We'll see. It's got to make sure that our patients are happy and they don't want to leave. And I think that's happening right now.
Their waiting room's not any bigger than ours is.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Total gross patient revenue is up by about 10% almost. I think we're going to probably reach pretty close to 12 million in July. That patient revenue is over budget by about 24%. We took a little bit less than deductions and then our budget because I think our IGTs were a little bit higher. That affects our percentage. Plus, I think we're collecting a bigger percentage of we are starting to look at more closely at some of the different areas of registrations, denials, and things like that. And I think we're still leaving a little bit of money on the table, I believe, but I think we're getting a lot closer to be good. Keep working on that. Salaries and wages are over, fringe benefits are over, but contract labor is still under. It's been under all year long. That's good. The biggest issue on our expenses, why it's over budget, is because of the supply expense at pharmacy, and that's because of our prescriptions being so much over budget.
Right.
We are still trying to take advantage of 340B. We're not doing that effectively right now, but we are making progress there. I think there's a lot of area that we can improve there. And once we start getting into the new pharmacy, and right now they're so overwhelmed, they just don't have time to do it effectively. And that's the
I've
problem.
been talking about that for a long
I
time.
know. I agree.
Three 40B.
We need to start working. We need to get that working because we're leaving money. We can go back a year still, but still we need to get to working on that.
We're leaving a lot of money on the table.
I agree.
Now, we can go back a year. We have some of that.
Yeah.
We have some of that.
Yeah.
One of our publications this morning had a article about the changes that are happening or going to be happening to 340B as a result of some of the changes that are coming down. So I don't know what it said. I didn't read it. But
They want to get rid of 340. That's I've been talking about that for a while. They want to get rid of 340. But if they can reduce the drug prices overall, that'd be a good point. And that's what we're trying to do. If they can, we can get there. That'd be even better, really.
The cost of the drugs to Medicare is a lot less this year. So that could have an effect on why there's not as great, because mostly we're Medicare.
Right.
And so we're not dealing with large numbers and costs. So what we benefit can't be as great. So anyway, thank you.
Okay. We had a net income of almost $14,000 for the month. And for any questions on the month income statement?
Any questions?
Nope.
And then we go to page 13, which is the year to date. And really, all the things I just said about the month are pretty much true the whole year long. And we're consistent, very consistent. As you see, the supply is over by 2.5, and our total operating expenses are only over by 2 million. So really, without that, we'd be 500,000 under, which is pretty good because our volumes are about the same. We've got our salaries a little bit under, our fringe benefits are over, and our contract labor under budget by 236,000 or 17%, which is great. That's a great thing because, as you all know, contract labor is more expensive than employees. Everywhere else, we are pretty good. Insurance expenses a little bit. I think our insurance expense went up a little bit, especially our workers' comp because our salaries are up. And that's what it's based on. So that's what we had beta audit, and then we had to give a little bit more to them there. Everywhere else, we're pretty good. We ended up with a $992,000 surplus for the year. We budgeted 47,000, so that's good. Any questions on the year-to-date income statement? This is, of course, unaudited. Audit will be in October, but I don't anticipate us any much adjustments really.
Gene, any questions?
No. Thank you.
You got it.
All right. Got the 13-month trend, but we've already spoken about everything in there. And not it really for the income statement. I think that's it for the financials. Any questions overall?
Gene, any questions on the financial statement?
No.
Okay. Move on to narrative.
Yep. It's really everything I just said, really.
Chop, chop. All right.
Got some positives. Long-term care revenues over budget. Net patient revenues over budget. Retail over budget. Gross days decreased by 3 in June from 71 to 68. And the outpatient revenues over budget. Negatives, inpatient revenue volumes under budget. Operating expenses over budget. Clinic revenue under budget. Nice. Cool.
is that Dr. Gross's days?
You want to go over 13-month stats?
Yeah, we can. Fixed our peak and acute days in March. 103 was our high for the year. And last month was the low for the year, 74, July of 72. But we fluctuate depending on how it goes. And really where we fluctuate mostly is in the swing beds. You know, we had 2 months in a row with zero, May and June. But this month is, like I said, picked up, and I think maybe we have the system now where we're able to get, the whole thing was at the insurance companies weren't authorizing them. So now I think that Robin has been working with them a little bit more closely, and she's getting them to authorize it. That's the big thing. They want to put them in observation mostly, but you get paid more for swing when we do observation. So that's what
And we don't get to keep them past 4 days, so you have to figure out what you're gonna do with them if you can't discharge them.
length of stay was 3.6 in June, which is good. We were under 4 for the whole year. So that is not an issue this year at all. Our long-term care days, as you see, went up by 2 only for the month, but there's 1 less day. So really, the census went up by about 1.7. And then ER admissions, we had about 3.2 of our percent of ER visits admitted, and that's pretty consistent. We're anywhere from 3 to 4.35 was our highest for the year, but that's about where we are. That's our range. Outpatient visits, like I said, went up. They're going up again this month, I believe. So that's a good thing. Our FTEs worked went down, and our FTEs paid went down. That is, but in July, we are going to have a lot of overtime for the pharmacy. So they are going to be higher. I can say that right now already.
Revenue offset.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We were paying time and a half, so our overtime was up there too. They got paid overtime for the weekends. That has stopped though now. Now it's just regular time on the weekend.
Dean, do you have any questions on the 13-month stat?
Nope.
All right.
Go to page 20, local vendor agent.
Which is the same every month. Are there any questions on it?
I have no questions. I'm just glad to see that everything is current. Thank you.
So,
Gene, did you have
Good
any
job.
questions on the aging?
Oh, good job, Amy.
Thank you, John.
you're welcome.
Any no new business, or excuse me, no old business, new business item G.
What about contracts?
Contracts, page
What about
21.
contracts? Did we
Go ahead,
go
Gene,
over that?
21.
That's
Sure.
what we're getting.
That's where we're at right now,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
You want to go first?
Yeah, I have a question.
Go.
Dr. Chalmers, I see he's on there for contract and renew. I thought he was no longer with us.
He took a sabbatical, so he did not give up his contract, his privileges yet. So it was a 1-year sabbatical he was taking, so we're waiting to hear back from him as to whether I would continue. So this is
So
we're
not paying him to
not
not
paying
be
him.
here.
No. He only gets paid when he works.
Okay, and Dr. The lady, Sarah, she's still on there? I guess
Yes.
next month is the last. Are we renewing her? Do we get benefit? How do we get benefit from her? Sarah Lopez.
She supervises one of the mid-level providers in the clinic.
Okay,
we need
and
her. Until we
She
replace her as a family practitioner, we still need her.
okay, so she'll be renewed next month.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you. That was my question on.
You're welcome.
on
Pretty good, Gene. You hit both items I wanted to question, so I can keep my mouth shut. I did not have any other questions on that. Do you, Gene?
nope.
Mark, this one's on you, sir. Capital expenditure request.
Yeah, so one of the things that we've started doing is our smart pumps. Literally, we're almost doubling their use because of a certain practice that has changed in delivering antibiotics. Right now, they're one of the more frequent antibiotics that we use is given over a 4-hour period instead of over an hour. Well, what that does is it limits the maintenance fluid going in, because what you have to do is piggyback it into the line and run it at 25 cc's an hour. And I don't have enough pumps to double them up so I can run, like if you have a septic patient, you want to maintain the 150 milliliters per hour of normal saline while you're running that antibiotic in at the same time. So I need 10 more of those IVs. So that the pumps are $3,100 a piece, and I need 10 of them. There's the math.
So is that because you're running different volumes on each of the pumps?
Yes,
You gotta have
you're-
a separate pump to run it.
Correct, because basically Dr. Felisarta, he's our infectious disease person, says that the antibiotic is more effective if you run it over a 4-hour block 3 times a day. So if we run that 4-hour block at 25 milliliters an hour, and we can't run the maintenance fluid because we don't have another pump to do that, you take a chance on not letting them get their hydration for about 12 hours a day.
When it comes to patient care, it's not that hard.
So, and when I saw $498,000 in the coffers at the auxiliary, I think I'll go ask them for that.
I'm trying to pilfer the coffer.
Some of their money, so we don't
You
have to.
notice he's pilfering the coffer.
He's made an art form of that.
Fred,
No,
Fred,
well,
I'm good for it to go to consent.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Gene.
Thank you.
That's your doctor. He's calling you, Gene.
Yeah,
Okay, item 3, pension contributions. No,
Yeah, this is again, it's twice a year we go back and get board permission to go ahead and extend the contribution towards our retirement fund for our employees. This is a company match that we do on what the employees contribute. We contribute at a level of 4% total compensation and so forth. So Amy prepares this draft for us in terms of this is what it'll look like. So anything, Amy, you want to bring out on this or?
I don't know, just every pay period after this gets approved, it's gonna be 15,446 that the hospital will be putting towards the matching contribution. Pay period, per pay period.
Yeah, this is
Yep.
30,000.
well received by the employees. Great benefit.
you don't have much choice. You gotta take care of your people.
Yep, I agree. I agree.
Gene, you have any questions on this one?
no, it's a very good thing. Glad we're doing it. It's actually not as much participation as it would be nice to have some of the people that doesn't make quite as much money participate also. Maybe we can correct that by paying them a little more in the future.
Anything is possible, sir. You want to move this one to consent?
Yes,
Okay. Number 4, Tim, nurse practitioner.
Again, we have Todd, who actually works for Dr. Gross. He covers both on the acute unit and also in the SNF. He's a nurse practitioner. Is trained in emergency medicine as well. Worked there, I think, believe at Ridgecrest and so forth. And so I know, again, as we've been talking about adding some additional staffing into the ER with some of our providers that are, so Todd, that they, Dr. Hall spoke with Dr. Gross and so forth, Todd, and he's willing to commit to at least 4 shifts per month. So this is the agreement for him to do that. It's at a rate of $200 an hour. It's cheaper than the other physicians and so forth. So we would like to move forward and getting him on board. And he's well experienced.
Gene, comments on the contract?
we were talking the other night about possibly changing the way that the ER is supervised. I'm confused. I don't know that much about it, but apparently, according to this contract, we're not committed. We got a 60-day out. So I don't have a problem with it.
You mind if we update item 3 on it for scheduling? I was thinking it's keep it rolling, will provide emergency for rolling.
Oh, I mentioned that to Heidi. God, it's that.
It was already in the packet.
I know, it says it's already printed out.
But we'll change it when it goes to
Yes.
the full.
You want this one on consent, Gene?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Thank
got it. And we are, item 5 is a credit card machine for thrift, which we already addressed, unless you wish to expand on it, sir.
No, we need to address it. It's important in sometimes what our employees want to do and what's good for us is not the same thing. And so we have to find a way to make it happen. So
If these guys aren't employees, that's the only problem. We need to treat them. We might lose a few.
All right. Hey, Gene, and be aware, you're gonna have a separate email from Miss Amy and Heidi with the breakdown of the details that we request regarding the checkbook and credit cards.
okay, good.
Just review that when you have time.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay. Unless there's anything else to add, team, we're gonna adjourn this at 1:31.
Nice meeting.
Gene, be safe, get healthy.
Yeah, I feel better.
Yeah, see you,
Okay,
Gene.
thanks for
Thanks.
being so speedy.
No problem, sir. Anything for you.
All right, bye.